Hey guys, and happy new year. Welcome back to Kari Vlogs. I'm Kari and today's video is all about 2026 so far. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So first of all, happy new year. I hope 2026 has been amazing to you guys, better than hopefully what it's been to me. Hold on, let me turn my light on. So far, it has not been a great year. Honestly, I'm very hopeful that it's gonna get better. What do they say about spring? Like in like a lion, out like a lamb. So hopefully that's how it goes for me, and we're getting to the lamb part and getting rid of that lion part for 2026. So to start off the year, we ended up having COVID, which was not fun, obviously. My kids were at a hotel with their grandparents, and it turned out that one of the employees there was in the hospital for like a week while my kids' grandparents were there. And my daughter said she heard him say like he had the flu and he had to be in the hospital because he had the flu. So when my son came home, he's 12, I thought he was just being dramatic. I'm like, you're not sick. You're just, you're tired. You're being dramatic. And then the next day hit and he just literally slept all day. And I'm like, okay, well, this is not being dramatic. He's actually sick. Because my son does have a history of being a little dramatic when it comes to anything. Like if he wakes up from sleep at night and he was like cold and has like, when you're cold, when you're sleeping at night and you have like a little scratchy throat, but then it goes away, he'll like play it off like, oh, I'm so sick. And then a little bit later, he's like, oh, my sore throat's gone. I'm like, yeah, it was just because you were cold while you were sleeping or whatever. So yeah, when he was sleeping all day the next day, I was like, yeah, okay, you're not being over dramatic at all. You're sick. So then after he got sick, 2 days later, I got sick. And then 2 days later, two more people got sick, two more. And it kept happening like until my husband was the final one. He is finally at the very tail end of the sickness. I still have a little bit of mucus and a little bit of hoarseness going on, but I feel so much better. My scent is not back 100%, but other than that, I'm just very grateful to be healthy and here. And to top it all off, on top of the sickness, I've also been dealing with really bad seasonal depression this year. But I did recently start taking a new vitamin, the All-in-One, I believe it is, by Body Health. I'll link it below in case you want to check it out. Honestly, since taking it, I have felt so much better. Like, I did not expect it. I just all of a sudden, boom, I feel so much better. I have energy. I want to exercise. I can get all my work done. I can actually wake up in the morning without being groggy and like sore and wanting to sleep for an hour after I wake up. Or I guess go back to sleep an hour after I wake up. I thought that was really nice. A really nice benefit of the vitamin is that, it helps with my seasonal depression. Anyway, 2026 has been very lion-like, as I said. On top of us being sick, my dog, he is a purebred German Shepherd. He landed himself, well, not himself, but he landed in the hospital on the 10th, which was also his 6th birthday, because he ended up having an infection that turned into like a really big abscess. And now we noticed he had like this little lump on like his rib area, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. Let's make a vet appointment. But then the next day I noticed it like doubled in size, and he seemed like he was kind of like walking sideways a little bit. I don't really know how to describe it, but he was like walking, instead of straight, he was like kind of slanting his body while he was walking, and I was like, that's really weird. I don't like that. And then I could just tell that he was not acting like himself. He seemed like he was in pain. So I woke my husband up in the morning and I was like, hey, you need to wake up. You need to take him to the hospital. So he took him to the emergency hospital, and they're like, he's not doing good at all. Like, he is extremely sick. He has elevated white blood cell count. His white blood cell count was 10 times the amount that it should have been, which is insane, like so insane. I honestly don't know how it got to that. And then they said he had a fever, and then obviously, you know, he was lethargic and all that. So they immediately got him on antibiotics, gave him pain medicine, and my husband said as soon as he saw the pain medicine kick in, my dog just like completely relaxed and laid down and was so much happier. And oh my gosh. So they did the surgery on him, and he has like these 2 drains in because he had a really big abscess under, like, I don't know if it was under his ribs or where it was, but it was like somewhere where it was difficult to see. So it's something that went missed for quite some time. So that is still in the process of draining, and my husband took him to the vet yesterday because he was supposed to get them taken out, but because it's not fully drained out yet, they're still waiting before they take him out. And another thing now is, like, my dog has a really hard time using his back leg for whatever reason. And I had called the animal hospital and I asked them, I was like, did anything happen? You know, like, did he trip on anything? Did he fall? Did he get dropped or anything like that during his stay with you guys? Because he was there for a little more than 48 hours. So we thought maybe, you know, something happened, because I told them, I was like, I watched my cameras at home and I watched my camera, like, of him getting out of the car and going into the building, because we have a Tesla, so we have cameras all around, and, you know, it picks up, like, if somebody's close to the car, and it also has, like, dash cam recording and stuff like that. So I watched all of the cameras and he was walking normal. Like, he could use his back leg. He was perfectly fine going in. But then as soon as my husband picked him up, he noticed that he was walking weird, and he brought it up to them. He's like, why is he walking like this? Like, why is he not using his back leg? And they were like, oh, it's probably just an effect from the sedation. But then when he got home, like, instead of walking on his foot flat like he should be, he's doing what's called knuckle dragging or knuckling. So instead of his foot being like this, he's curling his toes under and he's walking like on the top of his foot instead, his knuckles. I guess that's why it's called knuckle dragging. And he scraped his foot up really good, like, during the first day he was home. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to order a brace. And I found this really, really good brace. It's like a little shoe, and then it has a brace and then a wire that you tighten to make their foot, instead of being like this, it makes it go normal. If you have a dog that has knuckle dragging, I'll make sure to link it in the description below. It will be an affiliated link because it is Amazon, and I gain a commission at no extra cost to you. But I really love it. I will make sure to link that again in the description below in case you need to get it. It is a little bit expensive, but it's worth it for our fur babies. Obviously, they are part of the family. So that's been really helping him with the knuckle dragging, but I said earlier that he wasn't using his leg. He was using his leg. He was doing the knuckle dragging. So he's completely avoiding using his leg at all, which it's really disheartening, because we watched our 6-year-old German Shepherd, who literally just turned 6, by the way. We watched him go from being such a high energy, playful dog to just like nothing, basically, like just laying there. Now that he's been home he got home Monday, today is Friday, so now that he's been home for a good almost 5 whole days, he's getting more into the routine. We have stairs on both the front and the back of our house, so it's kind of difficult. He can go down the stairs perfectly fine, but coming up the stairs is where he has the issue, and we kind of have to like hoist him up the stairs and help him a little bit. But he is getting into more of that routine of being able to use the stairs and stuff. He's avoiding using his leg completely, so he just has 3 legs he's been using, other than when he has to like use the bathroom outside or when he's standing up to eat or drink. But when he's moving, that's when he's avoiding using that leg. And my husband had asked the doctor yesterday at the other vet, not the hospital, but his regular vet that we're taking him to, and he said he doesn't think it's related to the surgery he had. We thought maybe it was related to them cutting his nails, because they cut his nails for us while he was at the animal hospital. We normally use a nail grinder because German Shepherds, if you don't know, they have really thick, huge nails. So cutting them is a little difficult. So we use a nail grinder, but they had clipped them over there. So we're like, maybe it has something to do with that, but the vet ruled that out. He felt his leg, he tested it, did range of motion, tested to see if he could put weight on it, and he's like, I honestly just don't really know what it could be. It could be from the medication, it could be from the sedation. So then again, like I said earlier, I called the animal hospital after that because he didn't really know. So I asked them, did anything happen? And she's like, no, nothing happened. And I was like, could it be from the sedation? And she's like, well, he had his surgery about 5 days ago. So the sedation has, it's not in his system anymore. There's no way that could be it. And we thought maybe because he was on Progabalin, which is a pain reliever for dogs, maybe it was that. And we had just finished his last dose yesterday morning of the Progabalin pain reliever. So we're like, okay, well, let's wait and see. Maybe after the medication is out of his system, he'll be able to use his leg again. But unfortunately today he's still not using his leg, and I'm assuming it's out of his system by now. Another possibility she gave me was apparently with German Shepherds is really common for their back legs to have muscle atrophy. Basically meaning their muscles start deteriorating or whatever you want to call it over time. And it usually starts to happen around midlife for German Shepherds. So she said that's one thing. Or another thing that it possibly could be is a musculoskeletal disorder, which if it is that, it's most likely going to be permanent. She did say she has no way to tell without us obviously bringing him in and getting scans and all of that stuff. So that's probably going to be something we're going to end up doing with him next week. We just want to really make sure we get his other issue taken care of first, because yes, this is something serious. He can't use his back leg, but it's not as serious as getting all of his other stuff taken care of that's going on with him right now, so it has been a very wild past 2 weeks of January. We are now past the halfway mark of January, so I'm really hoping the second half of January goes a lot smoother. I've been really busy with work, and I know I haven't posted in quite some time. My last long form content video was, I think, October 22nd is when I posted it. So it's been some time. I've been really busy with work. Now things are starting to run smoother at work, so I do have more time on my hands, so I will be posting more regularly again. Not to mention, on top of this is my second time recording this whole video, because the first time, for whatever reason, my microphone decided it didn't want to work. I don't know why. I have it on, and the sound just didn't work. Don't know why. I have some really awesome book reviews coming up. I've been reading the Cheese Shop Mystery Series by Karina Moss. I am in love with these books. And then I also said last year I was going to post a review of what I thought about the Rebel Blue series, Rebel Blue Ranch, which I do still have in my notes, so I'm going to do a video on that as well. And then also, I obviously still need to do my vision board for 2026. I have not reset my board yet, so I will be doing a video of that, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. I have been doing a lot of short form content. If you have not seen it yet, check out my shorts. I have some Pokemon digital unboxing or whatever you want to call it that we've been doing, and then also I have my Uncommon James advent calendar videos. I have never had an advent calendar before, so I decided I was gonna get myself one, and I am in love. I want to get one for my birthday, so I might be doing that in August. We'll see when the time comes. And then there was also a really funny wrapping paper situation I had that I posted on my shorts as well. So if you haven't seen them, make sure you go over there and check them out. Let me know what you think in the comments below about short form content, if you like it, if you don't like it. I do have a lot more of the Pokemon digital packs coming up as well that I'm planning on posting on my shorts. And then I'm also going to do a more long form content explaining more about it, because In my first video, I did explain it a little bit, but I feel like it's just, there's so much more to it than what you can explain in a short. So I'm gonna do a video focusing around that coming up soon as well. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. That is all I have for today. I just wanted to fill you guys in a little bit on what's been going on in my life and how 2026 has treated me so far. Please, if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can be notified on my future videos once they get posted. Comment below, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. All the likes help. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!